wait. What's going on here?
Everywhere you look and everywhere you go, there's a 99.9% chance you are gonna see an Asian person. Unless you live in Antarctica or some shit. Cause Asian people are everywhere, bro. And there is probably a very high chance you have a handful or even a majority of Asian people at your school. So today, I'm gonna be talking about the types of Asians at school, part 2. My first types of Asians video got a lot of love, but it also got a little bit of hate because I didn't really mention a wide range of Asian countries, despite the video being about people from the continent of Asia. So in this video, I'ma make sure to mention your Asian country if it got left out in the last one. I apologize. And with that being said, let's get right into the disclaimer of the video. This video is not meant to offend or hurt anyone. Most of it is satire and jokes. So take a chill pill and please do not take anything I say too seriously. And with that being said, let's get right into the
two chopstick I shove up your ass like a somebody.
Yo, 𝐂𝐿𝐻, bro, can you please shut the fuck? Yo, we're coming in steaming hot with this first one, bro. We got the Asians that be saying the N-word.
Oh my god!
I'ma be real, I have heard pretty much every Asian ethnicity say the N-word before, bro. But the ones that be saying it the absolute most are South Asians, Southeast Asians, and West Asians or Middle Easterns. I feel like the main reason why these Asian regions / ethnicities say it the most is because they are the more tanned / darker skinned people of the Asian continent. And for some reason, that makes it so that they can use the N-word casually from day to day. In my opinion, as an Asian person, I feel like you shouldn't say the N-word if you are not a dark-skinned person with some type of African inside of you. Pause. Another reason why I think Asians are in love with the N-word so much is because of basketball. And I'm not trying to be weird by saying this, but when you look at the players in the NBA, most of them are dark-skinned, and I've seen a couple clips of players ripping the N-word during games or in interviews, which is all good because they're black so they can say it. But some Asian people see this, and I feel like it just lights up a fire inside of them, inspires them, and motivates them to start using the N-word. And of course, we got those Asians that grew up in predominantly black areas, and that influenced them to start saying the N-word. But overall, if you're not black, I feel like it's best to just not say the N-word, bro. Like, just out of respect. When I used to play basketball at school, a lot of the Southeast and South Asians would be spamming the N-word, Filipinos and Indians in particular. At my high school, they would sometimes open up the indoor gym that had a basketball court, and we would run some games there from time to time. And it would get pretty crowded as well because there were like 6 hoops. And there was this one time where someone got crossed up and they got their ankles broken pretty bad. And this one Filipino guy screamed, "Get crossed!" And you could hear it echo across the gym and the whole place went silent, bro. He did say it pretty loud, but not to the point where I thought it would silence a loud-ass crowded gym. Another memorable encounter of when I heard an Asian casually saying the N-word is when I went out for a family dinner, and while waiting for the waiter to give us our table and get us seated, there was this one group that was walking out of the restaurant, and based on their appearance, they looked Southeast Asian. And in that group leaving the restaurant, there was a few teenage girls talking loud as hell, and one of them did the 𝐿𝐻𝐿 thing where she clapped her hands and went like, "Nigga!"
Do you want a sweet tonight?
Bro, when I saw this in person, I was trying my hardest not to laugh, I can't lie. Like I had to cover my face with my shirt, bro. I was tearing up. But yeah, bro, Asians be saying the N-word quite a lot, and some of them try too hard to act like another race. But what if you're Asian and are actually also another race? Which brings us into the next type of Asian.
What are you? Chinese, Canadian, Latino?
A Asian is a person who is mixed with white and Asian, and there's probably a handful of them at your school. The most common Asian mixes, or at least the ones I've seen, are white and Filipino or white and Japanese. And 9 times out of 10, most Asians were conceived by an Asian mother and a white father. And I don't know if you guys know what the Oxford study is, but it pretty much means that Asian females have a high tendency to pursue a white male as their partner. Bro, when I saw people talking about Oxford study and all that shit on TikTok, I was so confused, bro. I thought it was just some new brain rot term that just spawned in. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. I had to go out of my way and Google what it actually meant. But anyways, bro, Asians are low-key the finest mixed race individuals, I'm not gonna lie. Like we got Olivia Rodrigo, Valkyrie, Vanessa Hudgens, Kali Uchis, Jenna Ortega, Selena Gomez. Staying on the topic of attractive ethnicities, there was a handful of comments in my last video that said I forgot to mention Central Asia. And when I searched up countries in Central Asia on Google Images, Bro, the females from Central Asia are low-key fine as fuck. Like, how have I lived this long without seeing a Central Asian female? They actually look really similar to 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐻. They got pretty similar features, which makes sense because West Asia is like halfway in between East Asia and Europe, so they probably have a mix of some white/European features and some East Asian features as well. And it is such an attractive combo, bro. Oh my god. If you are a female over the age of 18, yes bro, 18, and are from Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, or any Central Asian countries, please slide into my DMs. Please, I beg you, just do it. I'm on my knees. My bad, bro. I'm getting carried away. Let's move on to the next type of Asian.
Wow, thank you. You sound like a good boy.
Shut the fuck.
We cannot talk about types of Asians at school without mentioning the gamer Asians. These Asians play games like Valorant, 𝐒𝐿𝐴 Impact, League of Legends, and yeah bro, just those 3 games. I don't really think they play anything else. Most Asian gamers that play Valorant and League of Legends, most of them are fairly normal and are most of the time actually really cracked at that game. But there are also a good amount of Asian gamers that be on Valorant in particular, and they be doing some weird and freaky shit, bro. Most of the content that I've seen that's based around e-girls and all that freaky gamer shit, all of them involve Asian people playing Valorant or non-Asian people that are looking for an Asian e-girl. Bro, there is this one thing that Asian e-girls do on Valorant where they go like ara ara or some shit, and guys get all turned on by it, bro, including me. So in conclusion, Asian gamers are either super cracked or just freaky as hell, bro. As an Asian myself, I have never gone into Valorant, League of Legends, or any of the typical games that Asians play. I've always been an NBA 2K, Call of Duty, GTA, and Fortnite type of person. I think it's mainly because I game more on console compared to on PC. But yeah, bro, it's time for the next type of Asian.
Oh, it is zesty.
In every school, there's always that one zesty Asian guy. I feel like zesty Asians are chill for the most part, as long as they don't force their zestiness onto others or make it their whole personality. Zesty Asians pretty much act just like regular non-straight people. They have a friend group that's mostly girls and use the word bitch in every other sentence. The only interaction I've had with a zesty Asian guy was when I was in like 8th or 9th grade. I was eating some nachos from the school cafeteria and I was sitting with a few people I just met from my classes since the school year just started, and I didn't really have a friend group yet. So as I was eating my nachos, the zesty Asian guy comes over, and it turns out he knew one of the other people that was sitting with me. So he sat down with us and he talked to the guy that he knew. When I finished my nachos, there was like hella cheese stuck to the bottom of the container that it was sitting in. It was one of those paper cardboard food containers. And the zesty Asian guy asked me if he can eat the cheese off the bottom of the container that the nachos were in. And I was like, alright. And I just gave it to him, bro. After this interaction, I didn't really see him that often around school. But then when it came closer to the end of the school year, one of my homies told me that the zesty Asian guy made a list of people from school that he would smash. And my homie also told me that my name was on the list.
She want a sweet tonight.
I honestly didn't know how to feel about this, bro, because you know, I don't swing that way, like it's not my preference. And when I gave him my leftover nachos from the start of the school year, I don't even think I introduced myself and said my name to him. But yeah, bro, that was my experience with the zesty Asian guy at school. Let's move on to the next type of Asian.
2 chopstick, I shove up your ass.
Fresh off the boat or fresh off the plane pretty much means like a new immigrant to a country. I can guarantee you that there is a handful of fresh off the boat Asians at your school. Most of the time, these Asians know very little English as they have just moved to a new country. These are actually one of my favorite types of Asians because they got like a whole different perspective on life since they grew up in a different country. My favorite part about fresh off the boat Asians are that they sound funny as fuck when they start swearing in English or using slang in their accent. Ray is probably the best example of this, bro, because once he started hanging around Kai and the other people in A&P, he started to pick up on the New York slang that Kai be using, and it sounds funny as fuck when he cusses or uses slang when talking on stream.
Try to talk in a straight American accent, like no accent. Be like this. Safety, bro.
Safety, bro.
No,
I can't vote.
No. You.
No, you.
One thing that people be doing to mess around with fresh off the boat Asians is telling them that a random ass word is a swear word and getting them to say it out loud. You have probably seen those videos where they tell a new student that Scooby-Doo or some shit is a swear word, and when they get them to say it out loud, they start geeking the fuck out, bro. This is low-key the funniest shit ever. Anyways, let's move on to the next type of Asian. This type of Asian is probably the one that I fall under the most, besides the zesty Asian. Right now, on the Asian content creator tier list, I'm at the bottom, bro, like C or D or some shit. But if we're talking about S tier Asian content creators, we got Ryan Higa, Wasabi Productions, Vicstar, 𝐒𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐵, and there is probably a lot more that I left out, so let me know down in the comments which ones I have missed. My favorite Asian content creators right now are Ray, Jason the Ween, and 𝐵𝐸𝐸. They are all goated content creators in my opinion, but if I'm being real, some Asian content creators be setting their own people back sometime.
Damn, aura around him is crazy, bro. Got that India aura.
Like they be emphasizing the fuck out of certain stereotypes, and even though they're setting Asians back by a couple hundred years, it's just too funny, bro. Like when 𝐵𝐸𝐸 made his cooking curry in college lecture video, I was rewatching certain parts for like an hour, bro. That shit had me dying. And you already know I had to drop a like and subscribe to him, bro, because he is next up for sure. And I feel like you guys should drop a like and subscribe to me as well.
Shut the fuck.
And that wraps up Types of Asians at School Part 2. Peace.
It come with Edward.
Fuck that bitch for days forever. Send man to the nether. Feds matter watch when I chop that cheddar. Bad bitch named Bella.